Good evening, APFA. Can we get a sound check tonight? Can you guys let us know if you hear us okay, if there's any echo, if our volume's too low, if we're too high? Tell us what you thought about the music. Let's just get a quick sound check. Allison,
Hi.
my lovely wife, good evening.
Was I supposed to sound check with you? Sorry.
No, you weren't. You weren't. I want to make sure everything sounds good here tonight. There's a little bit of a delay on YouTube Live, but we want to make sure it's good. Looks like everything's good to go. Okay, let's go ahead and give a shout out tonight to people in the chat. Big B Steezy and the Heezy, Commissioner Zach, Dane the Lock Jensen, Ryan, I'm an effing problem. Don't forget about Ninja, Goosebusters, Stonefist, Luke, the rosters are, and several more. I see Top Kiefer rolling in here late. Looks like it's hyped this evening.
I know.
How do you feel?
I am equivalently hyped. I am really awful with names, so I know I probably bantered back and forth with a lot of these people, but I don't quite know exactly where they belong in this particular venue, so I'm excited to get to know everybody tonight.
I'm excited too, and I'm excited to have our special guest with us tonight, Charles from Pungo himself. There he is. He brought his parrot. He forgot his eye patch, but he's here with us. We're happy to see him tonight. That's so silly.
I like it.
This will probably be your last time seeing my little sketch drawing up there because I think it's just going to be me and you.
Honestly, I know you're excited about it.
That's what we signed up for in this game called life. But here we are for episode 3. Let's go ahead and roll into it, Allison. I want to go ahead and acknowledge our growing server, currently now over 100 members.
I know, it's pretty impressive.
It's pretty cool. If you would have told me we would have over 100 members before the start of the season, I wouldn't have believed you. So it's way bigger of an outcome than I could have imagined.
I'd like to flash you back to like probably mid-August when you said very excitedly, guess how many people are in my server? And I said 38. And you replied excitedly, 42. So we have made great strides since then.
Yep.
If you would have told me then that I would have been a part of this hoopla, I would have called you a liar probably. But I'm super impressed with the growth.
It's been great. So since the last episode, we have had an expansion draft because we had such a turnout of people entering the server. We had about 20 other players added to teams.
I know. I was one of them.
You were one of them.
I know. I was really excited.
Mrs. Meatball herself.
All her glory.
We'll circle back to Meatball. We'd be remiss if we didn't talk about her during the episode, but we will be back. But yeah, so shout out to everybody joining the server. Shout out to everybody who's been sending out the links, trying to get people more involved and just getting the word spread about the server. Let me tell you what we're going to get into tonight. We've got a few things lined up. We're going to continue our deep dive into team rosters. We're going to revisit Allie's awards, which I think everybody kind of enjoyed last week. We're going to talk specifically about progression. I know a lot of you have some questions about that. We want to kind of clear the air with how to do that and with a step-by-step manner. And then we're going to have some fun with some trivia. It's going to be some rule book trivia for you guys in the chat, but it's going to be some regular football trivia for this girl right here.
I'm learning. Actually, I'm not trying that hard, but this will maybe be a reality check, wake up call, if you will, that I need to maybe be a little more involved in the sport itself and not just in the fun.
You're going to get the hang of it. I can tell. We do this every week. You are going to get it eventually. It's going to click. So let's go ahead and roll on over to our first segment where we dive deeper into some teams. All right, let's see if I can pull this up here. I love this wheel. It's my favorite thing.
It's the wheel of teams.
It's the wheel of teams. We got rid of 3 teams last week. We talked about 3 teams. They're the ones that aren't on the wheel right now. But we're going to keep going. So let's go ahead and spin this wheel, see who we're going to talk about first. Hey.
Appalachian Outlaws. Shout out Appalachian Outlaws.
You know these guys.
I am attempting to learn about these guys. My guy Meatball was drafted in the expansion to an Appalachian Outlaw. So that's exciting. I've kind of got to dabble a little bit this week in just experiencing a locker room. So that's been kind of fun to be able to see what all that's about.
Your guy Meatball was technically the first official pick of the expansion draft. That's a big deal.
What can I say?
That's a big deal. So let's go ahead and look at the Outlaws. While I kind of review this roster here, Allie, you kind of tell us what your thoughts are on the branding of the Outlaws.
Well, we're from West Virginia.
Yeah.
So I don't know if everybody knows that.
Country.
We are from West Virginia, so we have grown up as Appalachians, identifying as Appalachians. If you would have asked me what animal represented Appalachia, I probably would not have said this. The wolf feature. I would probably have maybe made it a little bit more redneck, just because that is who I am as a person. A redneck. But I honestly really like it. I think that it is all encompassing. And because Appalachia is expansive, the Appalachian Mountain Range. So I kind of like it. It does have a good, dark, spooky vibe that goes with it in a different way than, let's say, Pungo's team, where that is dark, spooky, but, scary. This is moody.
Yep. Can you tell us anything in particular about your experiences with your owner, Klein? James Klein.
Well, I haven't super got to spend a lot of time with him. He did send me a message that I ignored for a whole day because I was too dumb to know how to get into my direct messages. I just didn't know they existed, so I ghosted him for a solid 24 hours. But that's okay, because I'm learning. I'm going to pull the new girl card for a while. But so far he seems great, super enthusiastic in terms of making sure everybody feels seen and enjoying their experience. So
yeah.
So far, so good.
So quarterback leading the Outlaws is Chris Middlebrooks. He's a pocket passer kind of fella. The linebacker we have has a really solid, interesting name, Cut On a Dime. I feel like you have to enunciate it that way to make sense.
Yeah.
But definitely a speed runner, a finesse runner. I think that player is in the chat, if I'm not mistaken. I'm an effing problem. In the chat, shout out to your running back. Good luck this season. 4 wide receivers. Let me double check. 4 wide receivers.
There has been some discussion in the locker room about kind of the decision making that will come behind having that many players in that position, and I'm sure that coaching has that under control. I know nothing about football, so it doesn't bother me, guys.
Oh,
I don't care how many wide receivers we have. Bring them on.
We're going to find out how much you know later in trivia. But big wide receiver core with some familiar names. Looks like a good group. Don't forget about Joe Clausen joining the crew in the expansion draft, made by our guy, Clausen. He's the man. He's going to bring a lot to this team, especially at this tight end position, being the only tight end. I like that. On defense, we're looking at 2 spots. We're looking at you on the defensive line with Bobby Meatball Malone.
I know. Check him out. I gave him a face this week. Figured out how to do that.
He has some seasonal allergy problems with his nasal strip.
No, it just makes him look tough.
Well,
looking meatball-esque.
Yes. And also Big Al Richardson in the backfield at linebacker with leadership, which should bring a lot to the defense. That might be a really important attribute to see on your linebacker, considering you're a little low stocked as far as users go.
Yeah.
Maybe his leadership will bring more to your team in season 1. So, so how do you feel about your team as a whole?
So far, so good. I don't know anything about them. I just know there's a couple of them I wouldn't want to meet in a dark alley based on their pictures alone, but no judgment. I mean, those are the kind of people you want on your back, so that's good.
I like that. Okay, let's go ahead and do another team. We will be looking at the London Knights. Allison, first impression of the branding of London Knights.
Well, we know that Liam does such good work. You know what I mean? Everything he does it so thoroughly. So I can already just tell you based on that, what I know of Liam and his work on this website, that it's going to be impressive no matter what.
Yeah. That is a branding that is carried over from another league.
Okay.
Fun fact. But it's a great branding. It's a great color scheme. It's a well-known brand. 9 players on this team, 9 users on this team, led by a very popular name, Bryant Dynasty. Big quarterback from another league, moving over into our league. Another pocket presence quarterback, but big player. Big player. Let's see. Liam has a running back, the only owner with a running back. There was one spot left after all the bills were closed out. Liam jumped on it, so we have Ray King Ball with power and breakaway burst on the London offense. Also, we are sporting two receivers between Johnny Reno and Boo Chisholm. Only 2 receivers, but 2 good targets. People that everybody in the sim sports world knows their name.
Okay. I didn't know that we could just move people from league to league. Like that these were not just new creations. These were like people with experiences / expectations coming along with them from other places.
Well, let me ask you a question. This is your first experience in a sim league, right? So let's say you get heavily invested into Bobby Meatball Malone.
I'm already invested,
Okay.
but continue.
Let's say you do that for several years.
Okay.
Okay. Then something happens to your league. Maybe the league shifts to something else that you don't care for, or maybe, maybe you just lose interest in the league in general, but you still have an affinity for the meatball,
Yeah.
right? Would you consider carrying that player over to another league that you found exciting and new?
Probably, if only just to feel and carry on that investment. Like if I feel that. Now, when you move him over, obviously you're still starting from the beginning, but the legacy.
It's the legacy. It's the vibes. So you see a lot of that.
Yeah.
With these teams here.
Interesting.
On the defense, we have Emmanuel Blackman. I think there is another defensive lineman on this team. Yes, help me.
Adalbert. Stoltzfus.
Thank you.
I don't know if that's right or not. That is a mouthful.
Let's see. Who else are we looking at? We do have some defensive backs on this team. Maybe just one. Grant Hardaway. So London looking to be fairly well-rounded, not really heavily investing into any certain position. How do you feel about the London Knights going into season 1?
I'm feeling pretty positively about them. I love the international aspect of it. I know that's like very superficial to just look at them in terms of geography, but I think it's kind of nice that we have branched out to be able to kind of incorporate a lot of different, dare I say, cultures into the APFA.
It is cool to have investments in the league from users that live in other countries. So Liam actually does live in London.
Yeah, that's cool.
Really cool. We have a couple people from Australia. I think that's it right now, but it's pretty neat. It's really cool. One more team?
Sure.
One more.
Unique metalheads.
And we're going to talk about the metalheads. Tell me what you think of this branding.
I like it. I think it does everything that it's supposed to do in terms of like representing an experience. You know what I mean? You are looking at it and you already feel something just by seeing the logo. It is intimidating, which is obviously the point. I like it.
Yep. So this team is owned by Top Kiefer. I'm sure he won't care for me to tell you. Top Kiefer is currently dealing with some health issues right now and is kind of pulling back from his ownership position, and that is why Zach and I are on this team. Okay, so 2 commissioners do have players on this team, as we are considered sort of support staff in the meantime while Top recovers from his health issues. I have been speaking with him on a weekly basis. He's very positive, says he feels that he will be back in the saddle very quickly, and we are excited to get him at the front of this franchise. This is his branding. This is his franchise. He has an affinity to Munich, and we're really excited. But it's shaping up to be a good team. So let me tell you about this team.
Please do.
Okay, we have Junior Floyd leading at quarterback. This is the user of David Leathers. You don't know him, but he's the man. Let me tell you, he's the man. Okay. As far as running back, we have another quite famous individual. He's going to call himself Carlton Rhodes in this league, but we're going to call him Doug Day in real life.
Okay.
Okay, he's the Twinkie man.
The Twinkie man.
He's all about Twinkies.
That's a choice.
He's all about Twinkies.
Okay.
Okay, I don't really know why.
Everybody's gonna have something.
Everybody's got to have something. So, you know these next guys. We have a wide receiver core headed up by Randy Pierce and Nolan Pierce.
Dear Lord.
You know those guys?
I've heard of them a time or two.
You know those guys. They are fighting currently as to who's going to be wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2.
Is your dad's Discord name Pierce Daddy?
Yeah.
I hate that.
Well, he kind of is.
But I disapprove.
He is. He's my daddy. He's my Pierce daddy.
I know. I don't like it.
So, and I have my player on here at tight end, Chug Hamstein, inspired by the Hams Bear.
I like it.
Yep. Zach's player is at free safety. That is Zach Holdorf. We are also very happy to have our strong safety position filled by Eddie Gage.
Okay. Is
So-
Zach the Corn King?
Zach Holdorf is the Corn King.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Eddie Gage is the man from another league. Decided to give us a shot. Really excited to have him. Top is our kicker. He is actually our punter. We've combined kicker and punter.
I also hate that. Wow. Why can't you go picker?
Well, Cunter's a lot more fun.
That's-
We should put that to a vote in the chat. Do you guys prefer Cunter or Picker?
I hate that.
So, anyways, what's your initial impressions of the Metalheads?
So far, so good. I mean, it seems like you kind of have I'm going to call it a stacked team in terms of just people that I know. So when it comes to me as a spectator, that's a new level of interest for me because even though I am in the Appalachian Outlaws, I don't have a connection to the players in Appalachian Outlaws yet.
Right.
But I do have a connection to the players in the Munich Metalheads. So from a audience perspective, I do see the value in knowing the team.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. We will do the last two on the wheel next week. So stick around for that. Let's go ahead and move on to an exciting segment that I think was successful last week.
Alice Awards. Yay!
Allie's Awards. You may want to consider this more of Allie's superlatives, but we love alliteration.
We really do. So we're going to keep it, even though we know that award means that there was really competition. And this wasn't a competition. This is purely opinion. So let's just be clear about that. Last week, we featured a couple different players, mostly for just the general vibes that they were giving off, whether it was from their bios that I realized were AI generated, from their names, things like that. So today, we have a couple. We're going to start out with the player with the most TikTok name. The one that is probably like a douche in the TikTok world and posts like thirst trap videos of himself. And that's going to be, we've already mentioned him, Bryant Dynasty.
Okay.
Okay? There's something about the Y's. If you have more than 2 Y's in your name, you're an automatic douche. So I feel like you're just doing it for the views.
Oh, I hope he's watching. Somebody find that Dynasty GIF and throw it in Gen Chat so I can show Allie. You're not wrong.
Yeah, really?
That's so funny.
Yeah, I just think that if you have 3 Y's in your name, come on.
We'll have to show you that GIF.
Okay.
Okay, so what's the official award?
The player with the most TikTok name.
Okay.
Most likely to be a TikTok star, if you would.
Okay.
So
Got
there
it.
he goes. Okay. Most likely to have a secret nickname. So like something that only his locker room people call him. It's like a familial, like only I get to call him that.
Like Moose Knuckle?
Maybe if you would have let me pick Moose McGraw as my guy's name, but and instead we picked Meatball. This is more like it's an adaptation of his name, and so I picked for that Rufus McCooter, and I definitely would call him Roo McCoo. And we go Roo McCoo, Roo McCoo.
I can
like
hear
that. Can you?
I can hear that on the field.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's just like his go-to, most likely to have a nickname combo
Okay.
that you chant.
I like that.
And most likely to forget their helmet. So for that, I have Craven Lovechild. Because I feel like I don't know Craven, he may be brilliant. But I feel like he was definitely conceived at some music festival. And therefore, we may be missing something. Or there may be an influence of something under Craven Lovechild.
I know Craven.
Do you?
I do. That's really funny.
Was he conceived at a music fest?
I don't know. He might be. I think he's older than my father.
Hey, Craven, have you ever been in a yurt? Let us know in the chat.
That's awesome. I used to have dreams when I was in high school that I forgot my helmet and my pads before a game. Those were the most stressful dreams.
What a hard life you've lived.
That was terrible. That was terrible. Okay, so Craven, most likely to forget his helmet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any more? You want to do one more?
I have one more, yeah.
Let's do one more.
So team most likely to have the best locker room snacks. So, which is important to me. I'm never going to go somewhere that doesn't have a good snack. And so I did pick Pottsville for that. Pottsville Maroons. Mostly because there's something, and I know this is not true, because I listened to Dave talk this week in the Gen Chat about the origin of the Pottsville Maroons. And I know they're from Pennsylvania, okay? But something about the name Pottsville makes me think that it's like totally Midwest. And like these Midwestern moms would be sending snacks with their players to the locker room. That's my imagination at work. So the Pottsville Maroons would be the most likely to have the best locker room snackage.
Okay, interesting. I wonder how close that is to Hershey, Pennsylvania.
What, Pottsville?
Yeah.
It's probably pretty close because the way I understood it is that Pottsville then became a Boston team. Pottsville was originally in Pennsylvania and then it merged to Boston. I didn't super read really detailed, but then it moved, so it would have to be pretty close to Massachusetts. And I know that Hershey is in northern Pennsylvania near Lancaster.
Okay.
Geography, boys and girls.
Well, thank you, Allison, for your awards. If you guys like Allison's awards, please let us know in the chat if you want us to keep this segment alive.
And if you don't like my awards, keep your mouth closed because I'm going to do them anyway because it brings me joy.
No, tell us if you hate it because we'll cut it out.
We won't
We'll just cut it right out.
We will not cut it.
We'll never do this again. Okay. Let's talk about something a little more serious. Let's talk about progression. Because this is something that I feel like is one of the most important things for our members to understand the process of so that we can do it correctly. Every new member who comes in is going to want to know how to do this. And you guys that are in the chat that are also in the server need to know what to do so you can help new people figure out what's going on. So let me see if I can find my little thing here. No, I don't want to look at that. I want to pull up the rule book. Yes. Okay. So Chad is going to be handling progression and everything progression involved, but we're going to go over it today. There is going to be a window every weekend that you'll be able to log in and progress your player. So let's talk about that a little bit. First off, progression is going to start. Oh gosh, let me look and see. Got it on here. Progression is going to resume on the 10th of October. So next Friday, it will resume. Okay, like I said on there, more details coming from Chad. So that's going to start on the 10th. It's going to start on Friday. There is going to be a window for you to go onto the website and check in. It is going to be every Friday. Right, here we go. Friday, 8 a.m. to Monday, 6 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time.
That says 9 a.m.
9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Is that what, did I say something
I
different?
think you said 8 a.m., but sometimes I don't listen to you, so.
Well, we know that's true. So 9 a.m. to Friday, 9 a.m. to Monday, 6 p.m. every week. You'll do it on the website. I'll show you here momentarily how to do that. But you'll go on to your player portal, you'll click progression, and you'll save 1 progression point. Okay? So let's look and see what that might look like. I'm going to go ahead and log in.
Stealing your identity.
Like how fast I can type.
Wow, I'm impressed, honestly.
Thanks. All right. So what you'll do is you will hit your dashboard button.
I will say that this was super helpful when you did this with me for the first time last week, because I would have lost 6 points because I just didn't know how to live life and collect them.
Yep. Now there is a little bit of a difference on your phone versus the computer, but regardless, you log in first, just like this, and then you hit the dashboard button on the on the menu. You can do that on your phone as well. There's a dashboard button. Okay. That'll take you to this. What you're looking for is this progression tab. Now on your phone, on the top right, there's going to be, I think they call it a sandwich icon. It's the 3 lines. You'll hit that icon and then you'll see this progression. You'll hit that and then it pops up your player here. And what you'll do is you'll go to manage progression. This looks the same on the phone versus the laptop. You hit that. And right now it's blocked, but this will be available for you to just click as a check-in and it saves your points. Okay. It lets you see where you're at as far as your progression goes, and it will let you purchase animations as you save for that.
Okay, so you get 1 point a week.
1 point a week.
And you have to obviously pay for stuff. So for the first couple weeks, people are just going to be kind of setting where they're setting right now.
Yeah.
Until they save up enough points to do something productive.
Right. So everybody got 5 points to begin the season with.
Right.
Right. So that could have been spent either on progressing from bronze to silver, because that's how much it costs to go from bronze to silver tier.
That's what Meatball did.
That's what most people should have done, in my opinion. Or you could have purchased a low value animation. Okay. A high value animation costs 10. I need to update the rule book because that's wrong. Okay. Costs 10 for a high value animation, 5 for a low value animation. Okay. The big upgrade is from silver to gold tier. You have to save 20 points for that.
Oof.
You really have to commit to the game to do that. Okay.
Is there even enough points in a season to get you from silver to gold?
Well, it's basically going to equate to 20 weeks. Okay. So we're going to do this every week. So in 20 weeks, if you stick with it, you'll be able to have a gold player, whether we're in season or not. Okay.
Oh, that's
because
right,
this will be a continuum.
I see.
Yes, this will be a continuum. Okay. Now, an important thing to note is that when you upgrade during the season, this does not affect your cap space on your team. Okay. Your owners just went through and set up their cap. They set up their rosters. They're within the salary cap. All that's good to go. You spent your points. Everything's good. If you decide to spend your points on an animation halfway through the season, that's fine. That's not going to affect your cap. Okay? That'll affect next season's cap whenever we're working on the rosters again.
No cap.
Allie, what kind of questions you got about progression?
Honestly, nothing. I've asked them as we've gone. I think that it is helpful to look at it from different avenues, kind of look at the long-term goals of banking. Some kids are spenders and some kids are savers.
Yep.
So as I'm learning about the different, attributes that you could do and the opportunities to spend/save, I think it'll also kind of depend on strategy for your team as well.
Yep. two good questions in the chat that we're going to address. The first one is, do you get progression points only for the check-ins, or can you also get points for playing games each week? The question is, for right now, it's only for check-ins. Okay, you get 1 point a week. There may be some things worked in, but for now, we're keeping things simple, especially in season 1. We want to try to figure out where a nice balance is for this too. Okay, so we would rather err on the side of things going too slow for progression than things going too fast and having to dial it back. Okay, the other question in the chat is, will we carry any saved points in the next season? Yes, absolutely. Any points that you bank, you can carry in the next season and can upgrade your player.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Good questions. Good questions. Any other questions from you or the chat?
No, I honestly forgot about the chat. I've been a very bad engager of the chat today. So sorry, gentlemen.
Well, that's okay. That's what I'm here for. All right. Good deal. If I see a question in the chat, we'll roll back to this. But let's take a break from the seriousness and let's have some fun.
Okay.
Okay?
Sure.
Let's do some trivia.
Okay.
This is going to be a blast.
We are so bad at trivia.
This is going to be great. How this is going to work, folks, is we are going to be doing alternating questions. What's going to happen is I'm going to ask you guys a question. These are all going to be about the rule book to see how well people in the chat have been studying the rule book. I'm going to ask you a question about the rule book, and while you take time to answer, I'm going to ask my lovely wife, who knows so much about football, some general football questions to test her knowledge.
I'm so smart.
So let's see how this goes. All right. First question for the chat. And this should be a gimme. We're going to start easy and work our way up to something more difficult. First question is, what is the weekly check-in window for progression? While the chat's thinking about that, I want to ask you, Allison, how many points is a touchdown worth?
6. 6 points. Final answer. Unless they kick the ball. And then you have a chance to get some more points. But a touchdown is worth 6.
Touchdown worth 6 is correct.
Okay.
Well done. Okay. Very good. Very good. All right. Let's see what we got in the chat here. We got some answers coming in. People saying Friday to Monday. Can you confirm that is correct?
Can confirm there are timestamps though, so it won't open.
Bonus points bonus points for getting the times right.
Yeah, Dane got it wrong because he listened to you when you said it wrong.
Or he listened to you when you corrected me wrongly.
No, it's from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
That's right. Monday. 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Yep. 9 a.m. on Friday to 6 p.m. on Monday. It's in the book. It's in the book. There will be more announcements to make it easy from Chad. All right. Next question. How many points does a silver tier player with 1 high value animation cost against the salary cap? That's a good question.
It's just long. It's hard that you can't see it. Next time, maybe we should consider typing it out.
Let me do it again. How many points does a silver player with 1 high value animation cost against the salary cap? While they're thinking that over, how many downs or tries does a team get to move the ball 10 yards?
I know this. 4.
Okay.
Yeah. I know that one.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I am proud of you.
4 downs.
Very good. Very good. All right. Answers coming in about this player, a silver player with 1 high value animation. What's the cost against the cap? Looks like we've got one answer coming in at 3 points.
I will say that Dane said that, and then, or the lock, excuse me. And then Stonefist was like, yeah, get it, Dane. And they're both wrong.
They're both wrong. They're both wrong.
Read the rule book, gentlemen.
So, a silver tiered player without any animations is worth 3 points. I'm losing my voice. 3 points. A low value animation is worth 1 point, and a high value animation is worth 2 points. So a silver player, 3, with a high value animation, 2, is, wait, 5.
I will say math is hard. And it's hard to navigate you reading the question out loud.
Yeah.
But,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
it's fair.
All right. Next question. Based on what's written for the playoff structure in season 1, how many teams will make it into the playoffs?
This is out of 8.
This is out of 8. Allison,
Yeah.
what is it called when a defensive player catches a pass that was meant for the offense?
An interception.
Okay. Okay.
I pulled that from the recesses.
That was awesome. I could see it.
Thank you.
I thought you were going to flop that for sure.
Well, when you start using words like defense and offense, that was a little tricky.
That was great. Good job. Okay. We've got some answers coming in for the playoff question. Again, the question was how many teams will make it into the playoffs in season 1? We've got an answer. Somebody says 8 and somebody says 4. Question mark. Stonefist is like, 6 to 8. We're not sure. Fowler says yo. So he's coming in late, but we're glad you're here, buddy. The answer is 6.
Repeat the question just so that way if anybody's coming in late, they know what 6 is.
Okay, so the question was how many teams are going to make the playoffs in season 1 based on what we have for the structure? And the answer is 6. Mm-hmm. What we do is we are going to take the top 2 from each conference, and then we're going to take the next top 2 regardless of conference.
Okay, so it's like a track meet.
Yep. So that's what we got. All right. Next question. How many points does it take to progress from silver to gold?
Oh, we just talked about this.
Again, how many points does it take to progress from silver to gold? And Allison, you're all over this one. What is it called when a QB, a quarterback, is tackled behind the line of scrimmage? Your player's going to be doing a lot of this.
Is it a sack?
It's a big old sack. Yes, ma'am.
Meatball, the sack master.
Very good. All right.
Listen,
Correct.
I want everybody just to realize that I'm killing this trivia. He has such little faith in me.
You're doing good. You're doing good. We've got a lot of 20s in the chat. That is also correct. It takes 20 points to progress from silver to gold. And when a quarterback gets tackled behind the line, that's called a sack.
A big sack, according to Zach Holland.
That's called a big sack. One more question for the chat. This one is a stumper. Name all 3 of the banned offensive plays that we have for season 1. There's 3 types of plays that are banned. You are not allowed to use them. They are illegal. Mm-hmm. Okay? Let's see if they know what they are. Allison.
Yeah.
What is a 2-point conversion?
I know that you can only do it after a touchdown.
Ooh. Okay. Elaborate.
Okay, somebody gets a touchdown, and they get 6 points, by the way.
Somebody gets a touchdown, they get 6 points, and
They
then
have
what
a
happens?
choice.
There's a choice.
On if they're going to kick a field goal
For how
an
many
additional
points?
point,
1 point?
or if they're going to go for a 2-point conversion, which involves them going back.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
That's a great answer.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very good. Okay, we're going to let them continue to think about that question. I got an extra one for you.
Okay.
My extra question for you, specifically with your player at Meatball at defensive tackle.
Oh, no.
Can you tell me the difference between a defensive tackle and a defensive end?
No. I can't. I know that a defensive tackle tackles people. His job is to be the wall, right?
You're just making this up.
No,
Be the wall.
Be the wall. Defense.
Like a fence?
Yeah, defense.
Oh no.
I don't know anything about defense, and I don't know anything about defensive tackles. That's why I picked Meatball to then allow me to be educated.
You're going to learn a lot. Okay.
I know.
So, if you can imagine the line. If I say the line, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The line of scrimmage?
Yeah.
Okay. Your defensive tackles are in the middle. Mm-hmm. Your defensive ends are on the end.
If I would have said that, you'd have been like, oh, duh, Allie.
Yep. Both have the same kind of job to try to get to the quarterback or the running back.
So the only difference is their location on the line?
Yes.
Well, that's stupid. I knew that.
Yeah.
I thought you meant of their goal.
Same goal. Get the football.
Goal is to be the wall.
To get the football.
I thought their goal was to take people down who are trying to get the football.
So offense is trying to score touchdowns. Defense is trying to not let them score touchdowns.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Their job is to make sure that people don't go anywhere.
Okay, yeah.
Be the wall.
Be the wall, as Allison said. Okay. It looks like the correct answers for the 3 band plays are in. That is correct. It is flea flickers, it is bootlegs, and it is a specific play called play action tight end Z. I was going to ask you what play action was. I thought that would be a hard one, so I skipped that.
Thank you for that. I would not have known.
Yeah. Anyways.
I also don't know what a flea flicker is. What are you calling a cootie queen? You lint liquor.
Okay.
Anybody remember that commercial from the early 2000s?
Oh, gosh. All right. Well, that has been trivia time with Colin and Allison.
I think I got a solid 80%.
That was good. That was really good.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go ahead and look ahead at what we have to look forward to until kickoff. So we have just finished this Monday. We finished our progression spending. We finalized rosters for all the teams. The next thing we have coming up, not tomorrow, but next Thursday, is the owners' playbooks are going to be due. They'll be locked in for the first week. Mm-hmm. Okay. The day after that, Friday, the 10th, progression will resume. You will be able to get back onto the website on your phone or on your desktop, and you will be able to start collecting progression points again. This will also be a time that new players in the server can make their players. Okay. And then the day after that, Saturday the 11th, we start playing some football.
Go sports.
It's going to be great. Really looking forward to it. It is right around the corner. Cannot be more excited. One thing that I ask you guys is, please, when we start this season, be patient with us. Okay, this is going to be a learning curve to get things right. We want to do this right. We hope you know that by now, but we're not professionals. This is our hobby, but we do want to make it the best we can. But just be patient with us as we figure all this out. Zach will be streaming the games. Shout out to Zach. Zach is also human. He's a great human, but he's human. Okay, so show some grace for Zach as he starts streaming these games and gets into a rhythm with it and hits a stride. Don't lower your expectations for us, but just remember we're just a bunch of regular folks who love this game. Right?
And you have jobs and lives and wives and everything else.
Yep. Responsibilities.
Responsibilities.
But we still want to do our best to do well in this league. So, but I just wanted to make that remark. I do want to talk real quick about next week. Next week, Allison, is going to be a fun week on this show. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk about rankings. We're going to give our official preseason rankings. Okay, we're going to rank these teams based on what we know so far.
Oh, this sounds fun.
Based on what we know. Maybe I'll create mine, and maybe I'll let you create yours, and we'll put them together.
Okay.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
Okay? We will put our power rankings up next week. We'll release those live, and we will also be doing predictions for each team. We'll be predicting. We don't know exactly how we'll do it yet, but we'll be predicting some records. We'll be predicting some conference winners, and we'll be having some fun with that. So that is all we have for this evening. I do think next week we will get rid of the random drawing and kind of revamp the way that this looks.
To be honest, I forgot that Pungo was there the entire time. That was disrespectful, Pungo. I'm sorry. I forgot about you.
I forgot to do my pirate impression.
I think it's best.
So I was really wanting to do.
I think it's best that you didn't.
I think I'll just go ahead and...
Please don't.
Oh,
Don't do it. Have some... Trust me.
okay.
Have some trust in me.
Okay.
You're a man of many talents, honey, but accents are not in the top 100.
Well, let me close things tonight by thanking everybody in the chat. You guys being in the chat makes this worth it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So as long as we get a lot of activity in the chat, we will continue to do this on a weekly basis. But I would like to give out a specific shout out to our new league staff that we've developed this week. Okay, we have several individuals who have really stepped up, and we want to acknowledge them as so. In the chat, you'll see them with different colors on their name badges.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yep, so as a recognition for them. First off, Liam is the official league webmaster. All things website are to be sent to Liam. That's a great tool for us. So we want to recognize Liam. We want to recognize the Lock for being the guy that he is behind the scenes and also in the Gen Chat, right? So his official title with us is the Culture Coordinator, because I think he brings a lot to the culture.
He does. He also will be appreciative to get a shout out because he loves an award.
He's going to get one day, and he's not going to know what to do with himself. So you just keep him waiting. We also have Celia, who is our media and design. I want to thank her. I want to go ahead and show you some things that she's done for us. Let me do that right here. We made an announcement last week wanting some help with alternate logos, and she reached out and was willing to help, plus do some extra work for us. And I want to show you some things that she's come up with. I hope you can see this okay. All of these are alternative logos and word marks, and they're great. They're professionally done. Glad to have her. I incorporated those a little bit on our thing here. You can see it up in the top corner.
Yeah, it looks nice.
I put that up there. So she is our media and design coordinator. And also Luke, because he's our roster guy. Okay, we couldn't have any games going on right now without Luke. So Luke also gets a shout out for being what we're going to call the roster czar.
That's a title.
Yep. So, Allison, that is what I have tonight. Do you have anything else that you would like to share?
Honestly, no. I feel thoroughly educated.
All right. Now, as always, it's been a pleasure. We've gone 50 minutes.
Lordy be.
And next week is going to be awesome. We're going to start getting into the thick of it.
Yes, I agree. I'm excited for what is to come. Games are coming our way. So now we're just in the prep zone.
Yep. All right. So listen to this music one more time. Let me know if you like it. Let me know if you hate it. But I kind of dig it.
Hey, it's called Who Likes to Party?
I do. See ya.